Hello, this is Nate, your host and partner on this journey, and welcome to Outcome Becomes Income. The goal of this channel is to create an all-inclusive community to build long-term wealth via the stock market. In any 20-year period, the stock market has never lost money and it has outpaced inflation. The barrier to entry has never been lower. Many brokerages no longer charge commissions to buy and sell stock, and with the addition of fractional shares, we can invest with as little as $1. There has never been more options available for us to invest in the market and become part owners of publicly traded companies. With some form of income, a brokerage account, time, and patience, we can invest in a sound financial future together. Please join me as outcome becomes income. This is Nate, and thank you for joining me. Today, I want to spend some time discussing fractional share investing. I received an email from Kaylee in San Jose, California, and she writes, "You talk a lot about using a brokerage that offers fractional shares, but I don't know what this is. Can you please explain?" Great question, Kaylee, and thank you for reaching out to me. Let's go back here a little bit and first go over what a stock is. So a stock is just a security, and that security represents part ownership of a company. So let's think of some of the biggest brands that we know of, something like Apple or Microsoft or Amazon. So these are publicly traded companies, and we could buy part ownership into these companies. So when you buy a company stock, when you buy into Apple or Amazon or Microsoft, you're buying a small piece of that company, and that's called a share. So then if we go down a level to a fractional share, that's when we own less than one whole share of a company. So again, if we're invested in Microsoft or Apple or Amazon, if we own less than one full share, that would be a fractional share. And fractional shares, when we're buying these, it allows us to invest in those companies like Apple or Amazon or Microsoft, and we can invest just a straight dollar amount instead of buying a whole share or more than one share. So one of the things that I consistently preach is that we should be looking for a brokerage that offers fractional shares, because we can invest with starting just as little as $1. And a good example of this is something like Chipotle right now. So Chipotle, the restaurant, I use them. I love them. I'm sure you probably are familiar with them. They make burritos. A single share of Chipotle trades right now for a little over $1,300. So if you're just getting started in investing and you were so inclined and you wanted to invest in Chipotle and you didn't have $1,300 to buy one single share, maybe $1,300 would be the entire amount that you have allotted for your investment right now, and you want to spread it around to multiple investments, but you'd be tied up in one, you could just buy whatever dollar amount you were comfortable in. So for example, at $1,300 a share, you could just say put 10% of your money if you had that $1,300, and you could just buy $130 worth of Chipotle. And based on that trading price, you would get the appropriate fractional slice of that. And this really what it does is it allows us to invest in lots of different companies. We can diversify, we can buy into different sectors and industries. Now, if you just wanted to invest in the broad market, you could put whatever dollar amount that you wanted into a fund that tracks that market. If you just want to invest in companies, fractional shares will allow you to just put whatever dollar amount you have available or whatever dollar amount you're comfortable with into that company. And you can start with as little as $1. A lot of brokerages out there will allow you to start with $1, and that'll give you an easy jumping off point. And then you can build your dollars from there, whether it's weekly or monthly. And I want to tack on a little bit to this discussion and talk about commissions. Commissions used to be a big part of investing. This is how brokerages really made a lot of their money, was they would charge you a commission to buy and sell stock. And when I first started investing, commissions were not as high as they once were because online brokerages were becoming more prevalent. And over the years, they've steadily gone down. And now it's at a point where commissions are virtually non-existent. In the same way, when you're setting up your brokerage, you're looking for one that offers fractional shares. You also want to make sure that they are not charging you a commission to buy and sell stocks. I mean, this is your money, your hard-earned money that you're investing. And if we're using round numbers here for an example, At one time when I first started investing, each trade was $7 to buy and sell. So if I had $1,000 to invest, that right off the top, $7 was taken away from that and went to the commission to buy whatever stock or fund that I wanted. So it was as if I was already down 7% there. So even a 7% gain would have just gotten me back to even. So this is a great thing, again, that investing has been so democratized and the commissions are no longer an issue. So to reiterate, commissions, we're looking for brokerages that don't have any. And as far as brokerages, one that will allow you to buy in fractional shares so that you're able to invest whatever dollar amount that you have and you don't have to worry about buying entire shares of that company. I hope this helps, Kaylee. Thank you again for listening, everyone. That's all for now, and I'll talk to you soon.
If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're listening on a platform like Spotify, Apple, or Google, please leave a rating and review. This will help spread the word and get our message out there. And if there's anyone that you think that can benefit from this content, please share. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just like to drop me a line, please feel free to do so. All feedback is welcome, and I love hearing from listeners. You can follow me on Twitter @BecomesIncome. Drop me a line at email outcomebecomes.income@gmail.com and see what pictures I'm posting on Instagram and TikTok @OutcomeBecomesIncome. This is Nate, and until next time, thank you for being a part of Outcome Becomes Income.